Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Stupid is the Norm, the channel where we demonstrate how to become a millionaire in 10 years on minimum wage. And in this video I'm going to explain to you how it is that work is modern day slavery. Slavery is defined as forced labour in return for food, accommodation and clothing. Now, it was banned in this country a long time ago, so now they insist they have to pay you to come to work. But other than paying you to do the work, very little has changed. Think about it. What do you do with the money when you get this money from your work? You use it for the most part to spend on food, accommodation and clothing. So very little has changed. Ah, but Perry, some would say, I don't have to go to work, I'm not forced into labour anymore. Well, you say that, but what would happen if, let's say on Monday you decided not to go into work forever? How would that change your life? It would change your life dramatically because you wouldn't get any money. And we can't survive in this country without any money. There's a direct correlation between poverty in this country and not working. So like it or not, you have to go to work. You are actually forced into it. Now, I get a lot of pushback on this channel from people who aren't willing to do what is necessary to become wealthy. Not everybody wants to become wealthy, they say. Not everybody needs possessions to be happy. And that's true. But how about freedom? What would you give for freedom? What price would you put on freedom? If we swap the word wealth for freedom, it takes on a whole different meaning. Wealth is freedom. Wealth is choice. It gives you freedom of choice. Choice to decide whether you go to work on Monday or not. Choice to decide whether you want to live in this country or move to another country or not. Choice to buy, do or have anything. Choice to go on holiday tomorrow at a time of your choosing and not a 14-day slot allocated by the employer. Money, wealth is freedom. The amount of wealth you have is indicative of the amount of freedom you have. If you rely on the government for your income, that is, you're on benefits, you have no freedom whatsoever. The government have you by the short and curlies. You have no choice in life. You do what is expected of you in order to get those benefits. No freedom. Next month, when I finish the purchase on my first serviced accommodation property, I'll become more free than I am now because my money from unearned income will be equal to my earned income. And that means I'm free in as much that I don't have to go to work. I'm freer than some, but I'm not as free as others because others have more wealth than me and therefore they have more freedom than I do. For instance, I don't have enough freedom yet to buy an apartment in Manhattan. There are some who do. So you need to ask yourself, how much freedom do you want? So by cutting costs and reducing your income dramatically and cutting things out of your lifestyle, that's conforming to somebody else's rules. That's not freedom. Just living off the grid and making your own soap and drinking rainwater from a fucking bucket, that's not freedom. Believe me, that's self-imposed slavery. Wealth means freedom. You have to decide how much freedom you want. Once you've made that decision, you have to put your head down, do the work necessary to generate the wealth to give you that freedom, and then enjoy it. Be free. Don't be a slave. Don't be stupid and don't be normal, guys.